and a lot of new makeup and beauty items that I really want to share with you all. Collecting vintage beauty items, which is quite a broad category, is probably what I do the most. It's my largest area of interest and what I put the most, let's call it, investment of time and money into. So I'm just going to start with some of my new larger compacts that did not feature in my vintage compact collection video because they're newer, but they all have makeup in them. So the first item is very, very tiny. It's really, really small. I tried to show it against my hand and I have a very small hand. It's probably one of the most compact that I own. It's got this beautiful guilloche front to it with pink and blue flowers. It's also got this really beautiful floral edge all around it. Apologies for the sunlight. It keeps coming in and out of the clouds. I don't really love to have unnatural light in my videos if I can help it. I prefer natural light. I think it looks nicer. Anyway, let's open it up because that's where the real magic is. So this front guilloche plate is what opens up. It's a little stiff. There we go. And so here you've got your mirror, and this is where your powder would have been, but however, what I really love is in a compartment hidden under the mirror. If I can open the mirror, it's all really fiddly, and I was scared to do what I just did and chip some of my nail polish off. So under this original little powder puff is still some of the original blusher. However, that is not all that is incredibly exciting about this little compact. It's got more secrets. I'm going to risk my nail polish again on a different nail. The sides here are lipsticks. I can't actually push the lipstick up anymore. It's just really, really stuck, but you can see the original lipstick in there. Slot it back in. And again, you can see this is a slightly deeper colour with the original lipstick in there. Slot it back in. It's got these tiny little ridges that stick out from it ever so slightly, enabling you to pull it down and take the lipsticks out. How insane is this? You've got your powder, you've got your blush, and you've got two different lipstick shades and a mirror in possibly the tiniest little compact going. I mean, like, it's absolutely diddy. It's so small and so beautiful. Next up, you would have seen this beauty if you've watched my antique seller video, but let's just share it again. It is this gorgeous 1920s guilloche again, but this has the original strap. So you would put it dressed and go dancing. It's so stunning. Guilloche enamel flower on the front. The mirror is cracked, but we have the original blush above and a gorgeous shade of kind of like raspberry coloured blusher in there. And then this here is you turn it and that's where the powder would be, but I don't think there's any actual powder left in it. I don't really want to turn it though because I don't want to get like a plume of powder. But it's so beautiful. And look at the details on the edges. And even on the back. So stunning. And it's all gold and silver on the front. Such a beautiful compact. I actually recently sold some of my compact collection. I'm really looking at now the sorts of compacts that I've just shown you. More specialist 20s, 30s, guilloche kind of thing. It doesn't mean I can't be swayed to pick up some things that aren't, but I'm trying to get a little bit more curated with my collection and with what I'm really interested in owning. And it's definitely things like this. One with a finger ring on is my next goal. Next up is my compact that has had viral success on TikTok, but I think it's easy to see why so many people loved this compact. Sadly, it's got a chip, which is why I'm not going to try and repair it because I'm too worried about making the chip worse, so I just leave it. The vintage lighter doesn't work. That should flip up, and obviously a flame should come out of it. It's got this gorgeous yellow enamel. Matches my outfit. And then this gorgeous guilloche front. So stunning. It's called a Marathon Lighter Compact. If you're interested in obtaining your own. I was very lucky to find one of these in the UK. They were only produced, I believe, in the US, so they're kind of hard to find over here. I can't get it open, and I was looking around because I don't really want to have to get up, and I was like, what can I use to pop it open with? And I was like, everything around me is vintage and fragile. There's nothing I can use to pop it open with. Give me a minute, I will get it open. I found a bobby pin to do the trick. It's really stiff. So you've got the mirror here. You've got your powder underneath here. And up here, you have your blusher. In here you've got your cigarette case. Look at that. It's so stunning. A lot of people have said, they take it out and use it and put something other than cigarettes in the little compartment. And I would love to be able to take this out. It's just too fragile and I don't want to risk it. It's got that little crack and little hairline crack there as well. And it's just a really delicate piece, and it's for display purposes really. It's not really usable. I have vintage compacts that I do use on an everyday basis, but sadly, as much as I would love to, this isn't one of them. So next up, I'm going to get into some only vintage makeup products that I have, where it's just a tin of vintage makeup. Always looking to collect more, but they can get pricey, so I always look for a bargain. But let's just jump in on the actual vintage makeup items that I've got. So I have two items is quite a common colour. It looks really raspberry-like. That's what you seem to see a lot of. These are from the 1920s and the 1930s, by the way. And then we have the Snowfire matte base. And it kind of looks like real skin. I've never put my finger in it. Somebody has. But this is largely unused. But yeah, it looks kind of weird. It smells really bad. I don't know why I did that. And then on the back it says, made in England. I'm not gonna open this one because it's face powder and it's quite loose and it will just go everywhere. But this is Max Factor's face powder. And again, this is probably from the 1930s. On the back there's a lot of writing. It says endorsed by the screen stars of Hollywood because of its purity, texture and lifelike shade for correct colour harmony, obtainable in white, flesh, olive, Rochelle, brunette, natural, ochre and summer. In summer tan. And then it says brunette, the shades brunette, Max Factor Studios, Hollywood and London. What I always can't get over is how tiny they are. They're just all so small. I have a Bourjois product, and this is Ashes of Roses. You can see there's like a little pot with a rose in it, and there is actually nothing left in here, but there is this great powder puff. But there's no actual product left. This here is one of my all-time favourite finds. This is a Hubergont pressed powder from the 1920s, maybe early 30s. It's never been used. So look at what immaculate condition that powder puff is in. And this says it's the shade Rochelle. And I'm trying to be so delicate, I don't open this very often because it's got the original, I'm not sure how well you can see, pressings on it. You can faintly see the words Hubergont, and you can see all the pretty little like lines of the original pressing. So, like, shut it quick. Somebody has used this so sparingly or not at all, and it's just pretty unique and pretty amazing. My last blusher is from Potter and More, and it's a blush cream, and this has actually fallen off because the glue's obviously stopped working, but it was meant to go on the back like that. It says Potter and More, Lavender House, London, and this one is nice and easy to look, and it's this like hot salmon pink, which is not to my personal taste. Next up is this Elizabeth Arden powder, Invisible Veil. I will open this, but it's probably gonna poof everywhere. It's got the original puff, and this is in the pink shade. You can see it's sort of ripped at the top, so I'm just gonna gently put that back down because it will create a plume of smoke. I love the sounds showed this in one of my vintage haul videos, but it's complete with vintage makeup. Therefore, I'm showing it again. So you've got 2 jars here, both of which look like they contained blusher at some point. This one pretty obviously still has the remnants of something. I'm not sure if it's like this person mixed their own shade, or I'm not really sure what's going on with it, but it is really, really cute. It also came with 2 lipsticks, one that I've not really been able to identify the age of, and one that I believe is from the 1960s. So this says Silver Bronze on the bottom, and it's by Elizabeth Arden. And it's like, I'm not sure if it's for your eyes or if it's for your lips. It's kind of like an orangey salmon colour. And this one on the bottom says Max Factor Lip Gloss Stick, Hollywood, London, Paris. And so, yeah, it's like a sort of, I imagine it was once upon a time meant to be clear, maybe. So more like a lip treatment than like a lipstick. And everything is so tiny compared to today's products. I believe this used to have powder in it. It's got the cutest powder puff. How beautiful is that little powder puff? It's so sweet. I don't know a brand at all, it just says made in England on the bottom. In this section here, there's like bobby pins and things like that. I will read the note that came with it for people who did not see my haul video that I did a few months back. It says, to Florence, with love and best wishes for a real happy Xmas, and all of the bestest best, it's hard to read, for 1939. And I think this person originally wrote 1929 and then did what we all did and realised, oh my goodness, where's the time gone? It's not 1929, it's 1939. And then I think this says gran, but it also could say ham or han, like Hannah. I'm not really sure to do that. Their writing is so beautiful, but it's hard to read sometimes. So we're moving on to a couple of vintage lipsticks. Some more that I have. I don't have a ton. You guys would have seen this mother of pearl lipstick case that I've got. And inside I've got this 1960s Avon like lip balm. Again, it's like a pretty clear orangey colour. So I think it was more of a lip treatment than anything else. This is my newest compact edition that I got a really good deal on because the mirror's missing, but you get to see the beautiful artwork under the mirror. It's crazy to me they put stuff like this there knowing a mirror will be there and no one will see that. That's pretty cool. The original little powder puff. But I bought this because of these bits on the end here. such a great one to refurbish and bring back to its original glory. I also have this tiny, it's absolutely tiny, little Max Factor. It's in the shade Teasing Pink. It's like a sort of coral pink. I can't find out anything about this little product. I don't know if it's like a sample one that would originally have been in like a pharmacy. I don't know. I can't find a little bullet that looks just like this anywhere. But if I had to guess, I would say it's probably from the 1960s. So the last item I have to show you is another new purchase, and it's in the beauty area, but it's not strictly makeup. And is this 1930s cuticle and nail care kit. It says Cutex on the front. How beautiful is that, pink and gold? It's so stunning. And it's got all the original items, so I will get them out one by one. This is Cutex Cuticle Remover and Nail Cleanser, Northern Warren, London, printed in Great Britain. And then it's got all this little care instructions in tiny writing. Wash hands carefully. Work under nail tips to remove. And it's still got the original pink stopper. And then we've got oily polish remover. No instructions with this one. The stopper is broken off of this. And there's still some liquid inside, which looks a pretty crazy colour. And this is liquid polish natural. You also get some of the original nail files. But what I love the most is the original instruction booklet. It says, just 3 simple steps for lovely nails. Step-by-step guide with their products on how to make your nails look beautiful. It's pretty rare, pretty cool to have a complete box like that. Every single product is still in there. I think a lot of these things as well about vintage items being complete, even if they've been used, everything's been put back. We respected our items and our objects so much more back then. There wasn't oh well, I've lost it, I'll just go get a new one. It wasn't really the mentality so much back then, you know. What you had, you really took care of. So that is my vintage makeup collection. The birds are being so noisy. I'm hoping they're not too distracting. Obviously I've got a lot of compacts, but they've got plain powder in, you know, and they're not overly interesting. So I thought it would be nice to give a video just for my vintage makeup collection because I just really love collecting and talking about and showing vintage makeup. And over the past 3 months, since I